I think it's quite important that consumers, once having acquired a legal service, audiovisual service, that he can take it with him to other countries. Streaming services and TV services, paid services must be portable, and I think that's a quite important step forward, really to come closer to a real digital single market.
A recent Eurobarometer study shows that 40% of consumers that have online subscription to online services and try to use it abroad face problems. On the one hand, enable service providers to offer portability, cross-border portability, without the need to acquire additional licenses. But we also put a number of conditions. Such conditions like that these service providers have to provide services lawfully, that they have to provide it to subscribers that are residents in a given member state. And we also included a safeguard for right holders that they may negotiate, they may agree on authentication measures with service providers.
We would have preferred it to be a market solution, which we were somewhat in charge of ourselves. But now we are very interested in working on the regulation and making sure that the goal and the outcome is in the benefit of both the consumers and the film industry.
And I'm not sure from the research and the data that I've gathered and that are available that it answers and it addresses such a mass audience. I think it's more of a niche market. It's a very little market in Europe of consumer that actually would desire to port their content. So to me, it looks like a tremendous array of changes to implement to address a very little audience.
There are technologies and there are solutions which really can enable citizens to exercise this right in a safe environment.
I hope that we find a balanced approach so that creativity and European content can be strengthened and fostered in future, and that on the other hand we find a good solution also for our consumers.
EU consumers should have a right to portability, but this should be only the beginning, and we really have to build a single market in which all consumers can decide from which provider and from which country they want to access contents.
The next step, the more radical, more ambitious steps would be to apply the country of origin approach more broadly to content services offered over the internet, similar to the satellite and cable directive that we already have adopted in 1993. And then the really big step would be replacing national copyright laws by a European copyright code that applies as a unitary law to everyone in the EU.